All right. What's your name? Is it Mayor? Is the camera up?
Yes, it is.
Off or on?
Dawn.
I didn't go back to his office, well, I just come in. Where'd he go?
I'm going to read that resolution coming forward to the record, so we're not going to have to bring it back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell him, come on.
All right. I went back to his office.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't forget that I have to read the resolution into the minutes for the budget.
Okay. We're waiting for our manager.
Well, he doesn't go until 7:30, so I can still get it on that.
Oh,
So, you're right, though. I put up what we were talking about.
Okay, let's go.
I don't have a manager.
Oh, that's right.
We're ready to go, Kate.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act NJSA 10:4-6 and published in the Asbury Park Press on January 12, 2018, revised via email on March 16, 2018.
255.
Thanks, Kate. Roll call, please.
I'm sorry, Mayor Miller? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mayor Coles? I asked Alexa.
It's a motion.
They still say it's Mayor Miller.
I understand. It's a Wikipedia. It's got to be true.
Mayor Coles,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Miller,
Here.
Committeeman Lichtenstein,
Here.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Here.
Committeeman DeLeo.
Here. Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome.
We all please rise to salute the flag and remain standing for prayer.
Isaac, why don't you lead us tonight?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Heavenly Father, we humbly ask thy blessings upon this Township Committee and all those in authority so that they may serve the people. Look down with mercy on our weaknesses and stretch forth your divine power to guide us. All this we ask in thy name. Amen.
Thanks, Kate. Can I have a motion to approve the executive workshop and regular minutes of March 8th? Moved by Mike, second by Mayor. Any discussion? All in favor?
Let the record reflect I was not here at the meeting.
Motion passes. Public land sale. Steve, it's all yours.
Is anybody here interested in bidding on block 852, lot 1.03?
Yes, sir.
Come on up to the microphone, I'll tell you what we're doing. There's no street address on this, so what we're going with the lot and block. There is a minimum bid on this of $250,500, and I assume that you're not gonna bid any higher than that.
Don't assume anything yet. Seems like a nice sale.
We'll take three. I got a discount.
Your name and address first, please.
Martin Shapiro, 611 Spruce Street.
So here's what you gotta do, you have to have a certified check or cash, I hope it's not cash tonight, in the amount of $225,050. Am I reading it right? Yeah.
25,000.
And if you're the successful bidder, there's always some questions about that, then you should contact Harold Hensel in my office after you give the check and your name and address to the clerk, and then we'll arrange a closing for you to close on the property. But you still have to have an official closing after the public sale, okay?
Yep.
Any questions?
No.
All
I
right.
just ask, is it going to be in your name individually or an LLC?
I'd like to put it into an LLC.
So the bid is on behalf of the LLC, and give Katie that information.
I didn't open the LLC yet, so I could do it on the personal way, whatever you want.
The LLC hasn't been formed yet.
Well, then you're gonna win the bid tonight under your own name. What you do with it after that, I don't care. You can sell the property tomorrow.
Could he close under the LLC?
Yeah, he can do it, sign it, it's a public, not a private.
And if I have
Private-
money now, then close on the LLC.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. All right, so the public.
You have to bid more than the minimum, though.
Lot 852, lot 1.03, are there any bidders? Oh, come on, we cooperate here, are there any bidders?
Yes. Don't you remember any other?
Steve gets me when you're next round.
He's standing there.
Do you want to bid $250,500 or more?
That amount, sir.
All right, so that was good. All right, sold to this gentleman for $250,500. Okay, you got it.
So you can see Katie, give her the check,
Yeah,
and
give her the check.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good luck.
You're a property owner.
All right, we gotta wait for Katie to finish there.
Maybe ask him.
This is very encouraging.
And then ask us, that same person answered the question.
Katie, we need you for the rest of this, so let's move it along.
Yeah.
He's not done.
Well, then you want this whole thing applied to the,
Only question I actually had was, it said single family home, are you allowed to put pool house? Like,
that's a question for the attorneys.
What was the question?
Can he buy pool house on it, in addition to a single-family house?
He restricted single-family dwelling, can you put a back house, pool house? Does it mean one
Well,
dwelling?
it's a structure, but I wouldn't think that would be prohibited. That's an issue you gotta take up. You gotta get your permits and everything from, the
I just,
inspection.
it said one dwelling, so I just wanted to make sure.
So do you want
So this is kind of like a duplex pool house.
to address?
Oh, hello, this, yeah.
You're right, you're right.
And,
We gotta get permits.
someone else built 2,000 square feet.
API.
Yeah, don't forget to call them.
Yes, you'll get, be contacted from the attorneys. Okay? After the meeting, I need to receive if you'd like.
After the meeting, or?
Yeah, you can talk to
You
him
can
after the meeting.
Mazal tov.
You're welcome.
By the way,
Thank
the
you.
property tax bill starts tonight.
Bring another check to the closing. What? All right, Katie, items for the 2018 budget.
Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank.
Do I have a motion?
So made.
Moved by Minaj.
Second.
By Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman,
Yes.
Committeeman Delia,
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller.
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes.
Motion carries, second reading and public hearing on April 12th.
2018 budget?
Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Bill.
Municipal budget of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean for the fiscal year 2018. Be it resolved that the following statements of revenues and appropriations shall constitute the municipal budget for the year 2018. Be it further resolved that said budget be published in the Asbury Park Press in the issue of April 12, 2018. The governing body of the Township of Lakewood does hereby approve the following as the budget for the year 2018. Notice is hereby given that the budget and tax resolution is approved by the Township Committee of Lakewood County of Ocean on March 22nd. A hearing on the budget and tax resolution will be held on the municipal building on April 26, 2018 at 7:30 p.m., at which time and place objections to said budget and tax resolution for the year 2018 may be presented by the taxpayers or other interested persons.
I'll move it.
Moved by Mayor.
I'll second.
Second by Isaac. Any discussion? I get to take a second just to thank Tom and Bill Riker. This is our fourth consecutive year with no increase in the municipal tax rate. So well done, guys. Thank you very much. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman.
Yes.
Committeeman Delia.
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller.
Yes.
Mayor Coles.
Yes. Okay, there are no ordinances for discussion. At this time, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. Anybody who'd like to be heard, come forward to the microphone. Please state your name and address for the record, and keep your remarks to 4 minutes or less. Speak to the mic, please.
Okay. My name is Baruch Rabinky, Ryabinky, last name. I live in a country place and street address in 132 Siasin Cat, Sunflower Drive. Been living here for 7 years. I bought this property, bought a condo, two-bedroom condo 7 years ago. This is my wife, unfortunately my late wife. She passed away 2 years ago and still not recovered. For just $52,000, and property taxes at the time were annually $720. Then prices started to people started to come in. Prices started to drop. But about 2 years ago, 2 years, yeah, no more than 2 years, price started plummeting. Anyway, they got unfair tax rates from for 7 years. My taxes raised from $720 to $4,000 because they estimate property value of $179. It's insane. I brought an estimator. He estimated my house now costs about $95,000. I live in a house, 4 units house, and two end units, number A and D, is for sale almost for a year. Nobody buy it now. Nobody. Because there are 2 new developments at Cross Street. I forgot what's the name. People moving in brand new houses. Our house is about 45 years old. You have to put a lot of money to fix it. I didn't improve it. I didn't put any money to this house. So it's insane to get such, and I cannot afford it. So I got a small social security of $750. It's my social security. You can take the vote. Yeah, and so I ask you, I can get about no more than $90,000 for this house. Maybe I can buy this help a small piece of land on a low ground who nobody wanted. It means everybody wants to get a house in his basement. I want it close to the river or lake. I don't need a basement, but it's got to be cheap, or at least reduce my taxes. It's insane to get. They estimate my house for about $180, $179 exactly. It's insane. An estimator said it costs exactly half what they estimated. And I cannot afford it. My son helped me out, but he's struggling himself, his 4 children. Not easy. I'm depressed. I lost my wife, dear wife, been married for 42 years. So everything is going down the hill. I'm almost 72 years old.
So I think the first thing we should do is get you an appointment with our tax assessor.
I talked to a man who's in charge of taxes. He said, write down and petition. That didn't satisfy.
So we have to have you file a tax appeal. You have to do that.
I consider they stole money from $4,000. It's insane to me. My house estimate value it's about $95,000, exactly half what they estimate.
Well, I said that's what the tax appeal process is for. We cannot lower that assessment. We need to have the tax assessor look at it, look at some comparables in your area, and see if what's going on there is
in my neighborhood, about 43 houses on sale. Nobody buy it.
Well,
prices is plummeting.
That may be a way for him to look at the area and to make a change in it. So that's something that we will ask him to do. If you want to leave your name and number with Katie.
Sure. And maybe you can find a cheap, small piece of land.
I don't think we're going to find something like that.
Close to the river.
You might
not a fancy place, but
I understand. I mean, it's difficult. You know, the only place I can think of right now that would be near water would be probably originally your village, but I don't know if that would be
near water. It's fine. I don't need a basement.
The other thing to look at too is I believe there's still a senior citizen tax freeze, right? So you should definitely.
But I've been living. I was told that in order to get tax freeze, I have to live in the state of New Jersey for at least 10 years. I've been living here for 7.
I understand. Okay, I didn't realize there was a 10-year limit on that. So We'll talk to Ed. I will ask him to take a look at your area to see if the assessments are accurate. We just had the revaluation done a year ago. I know that there has been a lot of improvements made to a lot of units over there. But
Some
like you said-
people made a tremendous, but not me.
Right,
I didn't put a dollar for it.
Okay, so we'll look into it for you, and we'll see if Ed can suggest anything and get you the paperwork to file the appeal. You have to do it soon, because I'm pretty sure we have an April 1st deadline on that. So let's make sure that you file your appeal, and we'll see where it goes from there. Okay?
Next Friday, Mayor.
Yeah, so please, get the
Deadline is
application.
April 1st.
Right, get the application, as long as you file the application, you're okay. All right, so when you talk to Ed, get a hold of that, and we'll see where we can go on, okay? So please leave your name with, your info with Katie, and we'll go from there. Anybody else like to be heard?
Yes, I need your name, can I get a phone number?
It's 7-998-0031.
I'll have the tax collector.
State requirement for court.
Okay. For tax assessment.
So that's the bar that the lawyers have to go through, so, anyway,
Beg my son to help me out.
you can start, yeah.
Good evening, Aaron Hirsch. I just read an article today about that basically brought to the attention that the state doesn't seem to be planning on covering our downfall, that we're non-existent as far as private schooling. I'm just curious what the plan is, because I heard like a year or two ago there was lawsuits against the state for covering our budget. We obviously, as if the reward we get for sending kids to private school, we get zero for that, or very minimal. We're not counted. How does the township plan on dealing with this major problem? I mean, now I'm reading it's like close to $30 million short. I assume we're not raising taxes that crazy amount. Is there a plan of anything? Is there anything that can be done, or what is the plan of dealing with this Board of Ed? Obviously, we can't just ignore it. It's a $30 million hole. Hoping you could tell me what that is.
I don't know what article you read, but I think it's very premature for them to say that the government has decided not to help us. I heard the opposite. I don't have anything in writing yet, but we're still very hopeful that Governor Murphy will address the issue.
Well, APP spoke today that Murphy in his last week's proposal had no mention of us.
The governor has not made a final decision on that.
I hope so. I hope he
I
hasn't,
can
because
just tell you what I've been told.
if it doesn't come through, what's the plan with that? Because everyone gives lip service, all nice and everything to get votes, but once they're in office, they see what the budgets are. I mean, what are we going to do?
Our budget we just introduced tonight, again, 4th year in a row with no tax increase. We'll do everything we can to make sure that the Board of Ed, thank you, the Board of Ed gets the funding that they need from the state. I don't think anybody in the state thinks that the problem in Lakewood is misspending of the funds. Everybody understands that it's not enough revenue coming in. Even the monitors that the state put in here to oversee the finances say that. The governor understands it, and I'm confident that something will be done.
So you're saying it's misspending of the funds?
No, I said it is not misspending.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I'm sorry.
Nobody in the state
No, that's
says
right.
that it's years ago, they accused us of misspending the money.
Right,
They
and
put the monitors in, and now the monitors are saying, we don't have a spending problem, we have a revenue problem.
Okay, so now that they say that, we're all in agreement that because we have such, we have a high population of young kids, and they're in school, and there's certain mandated programs by the state required. The state doesn't have money right now. They scammed us on the 7% that went down. They raised our gas tax, so the 7% could go down. They're talking about bringing it back up, but they still don't have enough money to cover their pensions and all that stuff. I just don't see how they're gonna. It was nice lip service, during campaigns to say they're gonna cover us. I just would love to know really what the real plan is, because I don't see anything but short of raising $30 million in taxes.
I'm the last one to try and tell you what the governor is going to do and not do. He's been in office for 2 months. He's put his proposal in, hoping that he and the legislature will work together, not only on Lakewood's funding formula, but on a lot of the other things you said, pensions and stuff like that. You got to have faith until he proves you otherwise. Don't trust
That's
him.
my problem. I don't have faith. I've seen over the years nothing has happened, and that's where we're in the hole that we are now.
Democratic right now.
What?
You say we have a Democratic governor now. We'll see what happens.
We'll see how much better.
Let's hope.
already said he's gonna raise taxes.
And that'll pay for the education.
Hi, Dr. Krager. I'm not really on speaker, so.
It's okay.
If I can just hand out.
Of course. Better than most. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking your time.
Broker, we'll set up a meeting for you as soon as possible, okay?
Thank you. I really
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out. Anybody else? Seeing nobody, I'll close the public portion. Do I have any resolutions that anybody needs to offer before we go to the consent agenda? Seeing none, can I have a
Sorry. And that was, I did tell the mayor before the meeting that I had something I wanted to bring up, a resolution that I wanted to bring up from the floor that's not here because it's time sensitive. There is a school that needs our approval in line with their approval from the DEP, and it is time sensitive. I would ask our attorney to please read the resolution if you're okay with that, Mayor, and then I'll gladly motion it.
Please do.
Sure. Resolution of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, consenting to the proposed Ocean County Water Quality Management Plan for Metzidva. I gotta read it in the type. Hatorah. But I had to read it in the type version. Whereas the Township of Lakewood desires to provide for the orderly development of wastewater facilities, and whereas the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection requires that proposed wastewater treatment and conveyance facilities and wastewater treatment services areas, as well as related subjects, conform with an approved water quality management plan. And whereas the NJDEP has established a water quality management plan amendment procedure through Water Quality Management Plan rules in NJAC 7:15-3.5 as the method of incorporating unplanned facilities into a water quality management plan. And whereas a proposed water quality management plan amendment publicly noticed in the New Jersey Register on February 5th, 2018 for Metzidva Hatorah has been prepared by Tony Capital D Environmental Planning, and therefore be resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Lakewood that the Lakewood Township Committee hereby consents to the Metzidva Hatorah amendment and that was publicly noticed on February 2nd, 2018, prepared by Tony Capital D Environmental Permitting for the purpose of incorporation into the applicable water quality management plans. This consent shall be submitted to the DEP pursuant to NJAC 7:15-3.5, paren small g, close paren 6. That's the resolution.
I would like to move it, Mayor.
Steve, is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right, before we vote, this resolution will allow a school that was built on the outskirts of the sewer service area, but not in it, to connect to the sewer service area because the state has allowed it to happen. They've given their permission, we just have to sign on as a resolution. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman DeLeo?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes. We have a motion for the consent agenda.
So made.
Second.
Moved by Mayor, second by Minash. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman DeLeo?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes. Thank you. Ordinances for second reading.
Bond ordinance providing for improvements to various roadways and sidewalks appropriating $8 million thereof and authorizing the issuance of $7,600,000 bonds and notes to finance a portion of the cost thereof, authorized in by the Township of Lakewood in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey.
Thanks, Katie. Open the meeting to the public. Would anybody like to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing nobody, I'll close the public hearing.
I'll move it.
Moved by Mayor, second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman DeLeo?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes.
Ordinance of Township of Lakewood County of Ocean State of New Jersey authorizing the public sale of block 1043, lot 3, vacant land, no assigned address in the area of Turner Avenue and Argyle Avenue in the Township of Lakewood County of Ocean State of New Jersey at open public sale pursuant to NJSA 48:12-1.
Thanks, Katie. Open the meeting to the public. Would anybody like to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing nobody, I'll close the public hearing. Moved by Mike,
Second.
second by Isaac. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman DeLeo?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes.
Ordinance of Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the private sale of Block 5, Lot 2, vacant land, no assigned address in the area of Buchanan Street and Van Buren Avenue in the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey. Private sale pursuant to NJSA 48:12-1 of Sec.
Okay, open the meeting to the public. Anybody like to be heard, please come forward.
Yes, Aaron Hirsch. I just wanted to know why is this not going to auction, it's going to private sale?
It's undersized.
What?
Undersized lot.
Okay, after they go to the boards and they just get it, you know.
I can't change the law. If it's an undersized lot, I can't put it out to public sale. I can
Do we
only
have any idea
offer
what size that is?
to sale to the adjoining property owners.
It says in the ordinance.
Private just means that it's done to the adjoining owners, doesn't mean
Right.
private. Much just means it's done only to those.
Okay, so if you wanted.
No, I understand, I understand the guy next door bought it, was able to
Well, hopefully
acquire
the
it,
people
right?
next door will bid against each other and bid it up, but you never know.
Okay, so can I assume the same people before sale come up again?
Yes. No.
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 Oh, so
I can tell you now, but we'll do it later. It's easy to do these things. Okay, close the meeting to the public. Do I have a motion?
So made.
Moved by Minaj, second by Mayor. Any discussion? Roll call.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Cole?
Yes.
Ordinance of Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the private sale and conveyance of a portion of block 1160 lots 220, 242, and 246, no assigned address in the area of Cedar Bridge Avenue, comprising approximately 150 plus acres along Airport Road, lying within the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, pursuant to NJSA 48:12-13 et sec, to the Lakewood Township Industrial Commission for nominal consideration.
Open the meeting to the public. Name and address for the record, please.
Aaron Hirsch, 146 Mountain View. Curious, first of all, what's the price on this 150 acres going to Industrial Commission, and why does the Industrial Commission need this? And what are they doing this? Are they public auctioning? Are they giving it to a business? Are they reselling it? What's the
The reason
purpose
we're
of this?
transferring it over is so that the industrial commission can negotiate with prospective businesses to fit into the area along the airport.
No residential?
No residential.
Okay, so it's gonna be for industrial, that's what.
Industrial,
and they're getting it
commercial,
for
possibly
free, or-
retail. They get it for, yeah, I mean, they're body of the township. The difference is that the industrial commission can negotiate with people. The township has to put it out for the highest bid. The highest bid might not be what's best for the property. This allows us to make sure that the industrial park and
So
the
there is
area
a
around
clause,
it.
so the big numbers
I
that.
think it might also be confusing, it's not 150 acres that they negotiate.
Well, no, we're turning over the whole airport to
Just
the.
plus or minus.
There's 60 some odd acres that are available for development. The airport itself, the 90 plus acres stays as an airport. It's just the land along Airport Road by
That's
the
what I figured
parkway.
you, that's not good.
So includes the, oh, okay. So
We wish we could put all
So
150
you can't
acres in
build
the industrial.
anything on the runway.
The industrial commission also has been running the airport for the last several years, and it just makes sense to put it all under their purview.
Okay, so I guess they have complete control over it now, so Township has nothing really to do with it.
Township
Are they-
has the ability to vacate any deal that they make.
Okay, so if they make, okay, and so does that mean they have the potential of selling the airport off?
Not the airport itself, only develop the 60 acres around the outside.
Outside, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing nobody, will close the public hearing.
I'll move it.
Moved by Isaac. Second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Cole?
Yes.
Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the tax collector to cancel any and all taxes, penalties, issued due on block 508.02, lot 2, lot 5, 18 SD Circle, Congregation Faraday Inc., pursuant to in accordance with NJSA 54:4-3.6C.
Okay, you open the meeting to the public on this ordinance. Anybody like to be heard? Seeing nobody, will close the public hearing.
Motion.
Moved by Mike. Second by Isaac. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Cole?
Yes.
Ordinance of Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 20 entitled Streets and Sidewalks of the revised general ordinances of the Township of Lakewood. This is regarding road opening permits.
Open the meeting to the public for this ordinance only. Sidewalk, no, this is about street openings. Just, it's a street and sidewalk ordinance. This only has to do with street openings, how much we charge if somebody has to connect to a utility to restore the street. You're welcome. Anybody else? Seeing nobody, will close the public hearing. Moved by Mike.
Second.
Second by Mayor. Any discussion? Roll call.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Cole?
Yes. Ordinances for first reading?
Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the public sale of block 830, lot 1.07, vacant land, no assigned address in the area of Spruce Street and Canary Drive in the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State, New Jersey, an open public sale pursuant to NJSA 48:12-197.
So I'll make a motion.
Moved by Minash,
A second.
second by Mike.
For
Any
purpose of discussion, yeah, if this is a no stopping or standing, I'm not sure what the reason behind it is, but historically and traditionally, what we, no stopping or standing, what?
No,
Oh,
public sale.
I'm sorry.
This is, yeah.
You still motion it?
I still motion it, yes.
Okay, good.
Got mixed up.
Any discussion then? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Cole?
Yes.
Ordinance carries second reading and public hearing on April 12, 2018. Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State, New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 3 of the revised general ordinances of the Township of Lakewood entitled Police Regulations by repealing Section 3-17 fireworks inclusive in its entirety.
We have a motion. No motion, it dies.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Moved by Minaj, second by Mayor. Any discussion?
We good?
Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Cole?
Yes, what this ordinance does is it repeals our fireworks ordinance, which technically prohibited fireworks in town, and it now puts us under the jurisdiction of the state, which does allow fireworks for basically the same reasons we've been doing it, and I believe will also allow for the sale of the fireworks which were made legal by the state last year. Okay.
Ordinance carries second reading and public hearing on April 12, 2018.
Number 3.
Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, creating a deed restriction on property owned by the Township of Lakewood known as Block 248, Lot 28, 310 Cottage Place, to dedicate said parcel for park, recreation, and open space purposes only.
We have a motion.
Motion.
Moved by Mike,
I'll second.
second by Isaac. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes, ordinance passes. Public hearing April 12th.
Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, establishing First Energy Park as an amusement park in accordance with the amusement games licensing law, NJSA 5:8-100 et sec.
We have a motion.
So made.
Moved by Isaac.
I'll second.
Second by Mike. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes.
Ordinance carries second reading and public hearing on April 12, 2018. Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County, Ocean State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 11 entitled Traffic of the revised general ordinances of the Township of Lakewood, specifically Section 11-10.1, stopping or standing prohibited on Canary Drive.
Okay, I'll make this motion.
Moved by Minash,
I'll second.
second by Isaac. Any discussion?
Yes, okay. So historically and traditionally, we've moved away from the no stopping or standing as it went no parking. And the reason for that would be, I remember Charlie Connell's voice in my head basically saying, you know,
That's got to keep you awake.
yeah, basically, no one can stop in front of your house to drop off a package, pick up your kid, do anything. No stopping or standing by virtue of the law. You just can't stop or stand there. And we've kind of moved over to no parking. Is there any specific, I don't know of any specific reason why this is a no stopping or standing versus no parking. And I don't know if that's minor in nature, if the word and verbiage, the purpose here is that there should be cars parked in front of this area to enable the school buses to go through, but certainly in front of someone's house, picking up and dropping off, you know, package or a child or et cetera, there shouldn't be an issue.
So why don't
So we just changed the language.
What I suggested to the deputy mayor this week was that it be first read like this tonight. Second read, if you just change it for no parking, it's just a clarification, it wouldn't be a substantial change.
Okay with you?
That's worked.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes.
Ordinance passes at public hearing on April 12, 2018. Ordinance of the Township of Lakewood County of Ocean State of New Jersey, releasing, extinguishing, and vacating the rights of the public of portion of the paper street known as Charity Toll Avenue in the Township of Lakewood.
We have a motion.
Move it.
Moved by Mike,
Second.
second by Isaac. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtens?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes.
Ordinance passes, second reading and public hearing on April 26, 2018. No, we need extra time because it's a street vacation. It doesn't get published in enough time.
All right, do we have a motion for correspondence? Commissioner
So
Fogel.
made.
Moved by Isaac, second by Mike. There is none? Even better.
Okay, it's better.
All right, motion to approve the bill list for March 20th.
So made.
Moved by Isaac,
Second.
second by Mayor. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Ackerman?
Yes.
Committeeman Delia?
Yes.
Committeeman Lichtenstein?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Miller?
Yes.
Mayor Coles?
Yes. Any comments from committee members?
Yeah.
Mayor?
I have something.
I'll get to you.
No, thank you.
Manoj?
No, thank you.
Who wants to go first? I guess Isaac, I started talking
I have
already.
nothing.
Oh,
Okay,
Mike has nothing?
I just want to say that I wish there were 1,000 people in the room, so I could thank Pat Donnelly and Public Works for what they did during the snowstorm. And I tell Pat every snowstorm, I pass the message along to Public Works that we used to be very nervous when the snowstorm came and we couldn't enjoy the snow with our kids. And now I know Mayor is out and about, emergency services, but I'm home, cozy, building igloos and enjoying life.
Why am I home snow blowing in the neighborhood? You should come to mine.
I don't have a snowblower.
Well, you all lend your mine.
Wasn't even Shabbos.
Thanks, I agree, they did a tremendous job. Public Works, the contractors, everybody that, backs them up.
That was me.
Yeah, it was Manoj, he was purposely hitting the curb in front of your house.
That's 350 pickup.
A mailbox.
Hey, we don't admit to that, Tom.
Not so much.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Moved by Mike.
Second.
All right. Get home safe, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you in April.
Aaron. Are you talking to the Board of Education, or are you talking?
No, there's an article today that Asbury Park question.
Yeah, but it's not the
governor, and it makes sense, because politicians, they're going to all over.
Listen to me. All I'm saying is